Oh, Japan. Japan continues to change, and 2024 is already a year full of new things to explore, along with important changes to the way we travel and do things. Flight prices are about to change forever. Japan is looking at changing the way people enter with a new ESTA style system. There are new digital visas available, updates to the flesh-eating virus, Starbucks is about to reopen at Shibuya Scramble Crossing, and new attractions and things to check out too. So, whether you're a return traveler or visiting Japan for the very first time, these changes and information will help you know what to expect and help you plan your perfect trip to Japan. I'm nearly at 30,000 subscribers, so please consider helping the channel grow by subscribing. It's the ultimate form of appreciation. A new ESTA entry system is on the way. You know, the one where you have no choice but to pre-register your trip and potentially pay a fee for additional checks that ultimately lets you into the country. Still a few years away, but by 2030, entering Japan will be a very different experience, as Japan plans to implement a new electronic system for travel authorization, ESTA. This will follow the model of the United States and aims to enhance border security and manage immigration efficiency. Travelers will need to submit the personal details, travel purposes, and accommodation plans online, and immigration officials will review this information, cross-checking against criminal databases to prevent those with potential security threats or intention for illegal work from entering. We are entering a new era where travelers will need to pay the $5 trillion cost of decarbonizing air travel at the expense of higher air travel ticket prices. The yen might be weak, and once you get to Japan, things can be surprisingly cheap, but there's a huge change on the horizon, and a new reality is about to set in with very little that we can do about it. And things have already started. Singapore has introduced a tax on airfares to fund the use of sustainable aviation fuel, and Malaysia will soon allow airlines to charge a carbon fee too. Meanwhile, in Europe, airlines are losing a quarter of their emissions allowances, which is estimated to push ticket prices up, with the industry now aiming for net zero emissions by 2050. Prices shouldn't rise too dramatically to start with. For instance, in Singapore, all departing flights will take off with only 1% of sustainable aviation fuel in jets tanks from 2026, but will rise to between 3 and 5% by 2030. Meanwhile, the European Union will start off with 2% sustainable aviation fuel in 2025, but will gradually increase this to 70% by 2050. These coming changes are a warning of higher prices on the horizon. How far will this new aviation reality go? We will find out soon enough. Okay, new attractions. New Starbucks is back. Yes! Finally! The iconic Starbucks at Tokyo's Shibuya Scramble Crossing is set to reopen on April the 25th. The redesigned second floor now features a Starbucks green ribbon theme, which guides customers through the space with visual elements like a 233-foot seating area and a 115-foot digital art display that showcases images of coffee and Shibuya's bustling intersection. This layout not only enhances the viewing experience of the city, but also simplifies shopping by allowing drinks, food, and merchandise purchased all on the same floor. Previously, tourists would order their beverages on the ground floor and inconveniently have to take it up the escalators to the next floor and hope for a seat with a view of the Shibuya Scramble Crossing. This has always been one of my favorite people watching locations, even though it's quite busy and touristy. I've always enjoyed the amazing theatre of everyone crossing at the same time. Detective Conan fans, Universal Studios Japan has newly opened a permanent attraction inspired by the beloved Detective Conan anime. This venture transforms a theatre attraction in the New York area into Detective Conan 4D live show Jewel Under the Starry Sky. Made up of a colossal 45-meter widescreen, the venue immerses visitors in a 30-minute original story featuring the young detective unraveling mystery, enhanced with water splashes and other special effects, along with appearances by other characters. The experience will transport you into the captivating world of Detective Conan. Japan toilets are famous for their cleanliness and technology, and now you can go on a public toilet tour. The Tokyo Toilet Shuttle Tour is a 2-hour journey that includes stops at 9 distinct toilets, with features of these facilities ranging from walls that turn opaque upon entry to voice-activated functions. So why not visit less visited parts of Shibuya and admire the advanced toilet technology celebrated globally in media and pop culture? Senkaku Banrai. I also had the opportunity to personally visit this new Edo-inspired street food market next to Toyosu's fish market. Although I personally wasn't too impressed with its very commercial feel, I can understand it being a very good location to visit if you are in the area of visiting Toyosu Market. I still prefer the more mature Tsukiji Outer Market, but the one thing that I do highly recommend that you check out is the footbath at the top of this newly opened market in Senkyaku Banrai. Not only will you be able to give your feet some respite, you're gonna need it in the waters of the hot spring, but you'll be doing so with a fantastic view overlooking the bay. And best of all, it's free. You can rent a towel or bring your own if you're well prepared. It might be goodbye Sakura until next year, but it's now time to get ready for summer activities. And I've partnered with Klook, the all-in-one Japan online ticketing agent. The platform is offered in multiple languages and in your local currency. And if you've been following my channel for some time now, then you'll know how much I stress the need to book activities and tickets in advance so that you don't miss out. And what I love the most is how easy and comprehensive the information is on their website for their Japan offerings. So check out the early bird summer sale promotion where you'll be able to get up to 50% off during the sale by booking between April the 21st and April the 30th. It's a great opportunity to not only get a great product, but also support the channel too. Klook is becoming my personal #1 place for booking everything Japan related, from Shinkansen tickets to hotels and tours. Give it a go and download the app today. Things are quickly escalating. Visitor numbers are higher than expected. It's kind of scary to think that Japan has set a record on inbound tourism numbers and is even on track to surpass its goal for 2025. According to data from the Japan National Tourism Organization, January to March saw 8.56 million foreign visitors, putting Japan well on course to exceed its pre-pandemic target of 32 million annual visitors by 2025. March alone saw a record of 3.08 million foreign visitors as a result of Easter holidays and the famous cherry blossom season. So, if you thought that crowds were bad now, then what does the future hold for Japan, who hopes to attract 60 million visitors by 2030? Interesting fact, did you know that 65% of foreign visitors are from South Korea, Taiwan and China, and that Fukuoka and Tokyo experience the highest growth in foreign visits? Has this fact surprised you? Only 35% of foreign visitors are from the West. Who would have said? Digital nomads, this one's for you. If you have had dreams of living in or spending an extended time in Japan, then finally Japan's new digital nomad visa is live. This visa is available to qualified foreign nationals and their immediate families, for example their spouse and child, but is limited to a 6-month stay and is non-renewable. Applicants must be engaged in providing professional services or selling goods to clients outside of Japan. This includes roles like IT and software developers, digital designers, and others who work remotely. And yes, there is an income threshold. Applicants must have an annual income of at least 10 million yen, which is around 64,000 US dollars. Digital nomad visas must also possess private medical insurance with coverage of at least 10 million per person. This visa is exciting, but at the same time, it's kind of disappointing. 6 months will make living in Japan kind of hard. You won't be able to show residency for over a year, making it hard to rent, get a phone, or even open a bank account. A lot of estate agents won't be willing to rent to anyone traveling with a 6-month visa or less. Who wants to live in a business hotel for 6 months? And who wants to risk poor Wi-Fi connectivity at cafes or even at share houses? So, if you are thinking of coming to Japan long term, be very careful. This visa might not be for you. The main point is that this visa will legally allow you to travel whilst at the same time work, unlike a tourist visa where doing so is against the rules. Okay, what's all this about the flesh-eating virus thingy? In the last few weeks, there's been media hype of a flesh-eating disease outbreak, and I wanted to set the record straight that currently there is no cause for alarm. Japanese health officials are advising travelers not to alter their plans to visit Japan, stressing that the rising cases of streptococcal, I hope I said it right, toxic shock syndrome, STSS, shouldn't cause panic, and a reminder that simple preventative steps like regular hand washing, wearing masks, and wound care are recommended. The World Health Organization has not issued travel warnings, and to put things into perspective, last year Japan saw a record 941 cases in a country with a population of 125 million people. And although figures this year are significant, there is yet no need to worry. Bad experience warnings. You've heard of height restrictions on theme park rides, but have you ever heard of waist restrictions? Well, they are more common than you might think, but in Japan, this could pose more of a problem. A TikTok user shared her experience at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Studios Japan, attempting to enjoy the Flight of the Hippogriff. She found that the ride's size constraints didn't accommodate her, a situation that highlights an ongoing issue in theme parks around the world. Waistline restrictions can be found across the world. For example, at Universal Studios Hollywood, where the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge ride restricts guests from a waistline over 40 inches, even though this is just over the average for an American man. But Japanese travelers be warned, this issue is even more pronounced at Universal Studios Japan, where the local population generally has a smaller average body size compared to the US and other countries, leading to rides that many international visitors might find restrictive. It's important to note that the guest involved in the incident was removed from the ride but was treated kindly by the staff and was given an express pass as an apology. What are your thoughts on this one? So, there you have it. There's so much information to unpack, and I always look forward to hearing what you have to say, so please comment below. And did you know that I live stream every Sunday at around 9:30 p.m. Central European Time? So pop into the chat. I look forward to answering your questions live. And if you found my content useful, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. It really does take many hours to put these videos together, and your subscription would be the ultimate appreciation. Going to Japan to film for this channel can be quite expensive. So if you do want to support the channel further, please check out my Patreon, donate on Super Thanks, or use a PayPal link. All links can be found on my website too. For more casual vlogs and live streams from the streets of Japan, there's also my second channel, The Happy Gaijin. And a bonus challenge to anyone who's watched to the very end, leave a comment with a Japan flag emoji. Till next time, stay positive and be a happy gaijin. Safe travels. Bye. Hey, why don't you check out this video that YouTube thinks that you like? It's gonna appear somewhere around here. And why not check out some of my other guides and tips? I have many videos in my backlog, but this one particularly, YouTube thinks that you're gonna like. So yeah, why not, right?